What Jesus teaches about selfishness. In a world that often praises self-interest, personal gain, and ambition at any cost, the teachings of Jesus stand like a bright light in a dark valley. Jesus did not live for himself. He did not come to gather wealth, to be praised by the powerful, or to climb any earthly ladder. Instead, he came to serve, to give, and ultimately, to die for others. His entire life was a living rebuke of selfishness. One of his most radical teachings was this: "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me." Luke 9:23. In these words, Jesus confronts the root of selfishness. He tells us plainly, we must let go of ourselves. To follow him means to stop building a throne in our hearts for our own comfort and pride, and instead to carry a cross. The cross represents sacrifice, pain, and death, but it also leads to eternal life. Jesus did not just speak against selfishness, he lived it. He washed the feet of his disciples, even the one who would betray him. He fed the hungry, healed the sick, comforted the broken, and forgave those who crucified him. There was no selfishness in his blood, and even when he had nothing left to give but his life, he gave that too. He warned us through stories, like the parable of the rich fool, who built bigger barns to store his wealth but never gave to those in need. That man died suddenly, and his riches meant nothing. Jesus was teaching that a selfish life is a wasted life. No matter how much we gather, if we keep it all for ourselves, we have already lost. True strength, according to Jesus, is found in service. "The greatest among you must be the servant of all," he said. Matthew 23:11. Selfishness tells us to protect our pride, but Jesus tells us to kneel, to serve, to love without expecting anything in return. He calls us to give without applause and to forgive even when it hurts. This teaching is not easy. It goes against everything our ego wants, but it is the only way to real peace and purpose. When we surrender our selfishness, we find something greater: love, joy, and the presence of God. Jesus didn't just teach us to stop being selfish. He showed us that selflessness is the doorway to eternal life.